Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I bet you're just like me and you've been spending all your time in Pandora playing Borderlands. But this is Ask Rachel. Let's go ahead and get to your questions. First question comes from Thomas, and he wants to know if I played Rayman Origins. I have played it. I have it on my PS Vita, and I really like it. I never was a big Rayman fan or a Crash Bandicoot fan. I know, I was always more of a Spyro girl. Of course, the cute little purple dinosaur. Who doesn't love Spyro? But I am really loving Origins. I only played through maybe a quarter of it while waiting in an airport one day. Thomas's second question is, do you feel like gamers today have too high of standards? I mean, back in the good old days, we would play almost anything without being too picky. And nowadays it seems like if it's not a AAA FPS title, it is overlooked. I don't think gamers have too high of standards. I think that the mainstream has too low of standards. And I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but, you know, case in point, Call of Duty. It's the same game over and over, people. There's nothing different. Same maps, same reskins, same thing. Yet people eat it up, and they love it. Gamers just want to be entertained. We want to have a good time. We want good story, but above all, we really kind of want those controls to be there. We just ask for creativity. That's all. I don't think that's too high of a standard. I think that's what we should be getting out of the game industry. I mean, video games allow us to really go beyond the height of our creativeness and our imagination, and we have games come out and they're just more of the same. That's what's really disappointing. And again, I don't think that's too high of standards at all. I just think that a lot of games are being dumbed down for the mainstream audience. And Thomas's last question is, do you know why game trailers uses iJustine and not someone like yourself? Oh, well, thank you so much. I would much rather them get someone like iJustine, who is totally a geek at heart, than just a paid model. Because I'm sick of that. No more paid models. The real gamers are the ones sitting at home actually playing the games, not tweeting pics about where they are and who they're meeting. Yeah. Gary B asks, is the new Star Wars movie going to be a beginning of the series, like I guess a beginning to the beginning we already had, or is it going to be a completely new story from the universe with new characters? Honestly, I don't care, because I don't want a new Star Wars movie. Stop it with the new Star Wars stuff already. You're ruining it for me. Star Wars was so amazing, is so amazing, is so good. And these new cartoons and new movies and animated features, and just stop it already. Let me remember Star Wars for what it was and quit cheapening it. You already did your damage with episodes 1 through 3 and making Darth Vader into this sniveling little snobby stuck-up emo pussy kid. Enough already. Let me remember Darth Vader as being one of the ultimate, just craziest badasses in all movie history. He's just not that for me anymore because of episodes 1 through 3, which in my Star Wars fanism reality, 1 through 3 do not exist. You can't find 1 through 3 stuff in my house at all. Okay, except for the Darth Maul behind me. But other than that, you cannot find any episode 1 through 3 stuff in my apartment, because this apartment is 4, 5, and 6 only, bitches. And lastly, David D says, what do you think is the most important aspect of video games? Is it story, gameplay, graphics, and why? For me personally, it's totally gameplay. If your gameplay's not there, then the whole game kind of crumbles around it. You gotta have good gameplay. Story is second. I've played games that didn't have great story but had great gameplay, and I was cool with it. Not all game developers can nail story, I get it. But gameplay you've got to have, because it's a game after all. What am I doing? I'm playing that game. So the gameplay's got to be there. And lastly, I'm going to say graphics. I can't play a game and get into it if the graphics nowadays is as bad as Deadly Premonition. That was like a PS1 game. But on a brand new, current gen system game, no, we can't have those graphics. We've got to have good graphics. But we don't need like Uncharted 2 level graphics in every game. I don't always need that. It's great when it happens, but overall, I've got to have that gameplay and I've got to have the story for it to be a worthwhile, emotional, life-changing game for me. Well, guys, that's it for this episode of Ask Rachel. Make sure you follow me on Twitter @TheRaychul. Thanks for watching.